Yo, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk to Dr. Vincent Everett Ellison. And today, Brother Ellison is explaining why real men hate the Democratic Party. Real men.
All right, I want to talk about why real men hate the Democratic Party. And they do. If you like the Democratic Party, you are not a real man. You're a beta male. A beta male means not a man. All right? That means you're all touchy-feely, you're crying all the time. You're begging for something from government. So every time you see a beta male on TV, what are these guys crying about? They're crying about, the big beautiful bill took money from Medicaid to Medicare. And what are the people going to do? Get a job with insurance and pay your insurance. See how easy that is? The money that you're using to go out to the gambling casino or to go to the liquor store or to go out on Carnival Cruise Line popping fans, doing that stupid ass boots on the ground dance. You know, everybody else is going to college and getting degrees and whatnot. We popping fans and asking for handouts. But not all of us. Black Democrats are. You use that money, what you're using to fight on Carnival Cruise Line and raise all kind of hell in the street and drinking liquors and farting. And seeing people say, well, isn't that going to hurt the red states? Isn't that going to hurt the Trump people? No. Most MAGA people ain't on government programs unless they old folks, and it's not going to touch Medicaid. I mean, not going to touch Medicare. Medicare is for old people. Medicaid is for poor people. So Medicare is going to be fine. So the seniors are going to be fine. Most of the people on Medicaid are not MAGA. You don't think Donald Trump knows that? And you got illegal aliens, you got transgenders, you got all that kind of stuff that's been getting this money. And Trump's put a stop to it. And so all of these beta males, and they got these two beta males on MSNBC. What's this guy named? Capehart? See if I can find their names. Jonathan Capehart. Yeah, and Eugene Daniels. And boy, them suckers up there, they talking like, and we believe, and Donald Trump and the Republicans are just evil, they're just mean men, and you should see them, man. They come on Saturday, and MSNBC is just a cesspool. It's like ghetto black LGBTQ all tied up into one. The ghetto, it's Iron Triangle. That government is an iron triangle personified. You got no good black preachers, and you got a bunch of civil rights leaders, and you got a bunch of black politicians all the time, and they are these extremes of the Democratic Party. You know, especially when it comes down to LGBTQ. I think every man on MSNBC gay. Every last one of them. Now, if that's your thing, go to town, go to town, go to town, go to town, go to town. Could I ask you just one favor of you while you going to town? Could you leave the children alone? And they're going to say, hell no.
Why you can't leave the children alone? See what I'm saying? Don't nobody care what you do in your bedroom, but just leave the children alone.
That's where we have our problems. Hey, man, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you have to get into a lifestyle where you got to wear diapers for the rest of your life. That's your thing, that's your thing. Where you got to take the HIV PrEP thing because you're in such a high-risk behavior. Hey, man, that's your thing, you know? Well, you got to take hormones for the rest of your life and HIV drugs for the rest of your life and not be able to have any biological children for the rest of your life and walk around looking weird and switching. Man, if that's your thing, bro, that's your thing. Can I ask you a favor, though? Can you leave the children alone? Can you stop bringing the drag queens down into the until the public education system is shaking you behind in children's faces?
Who wants to be a drag queen when they grow up? Who is ready for a story? The hips on the drag queen go swish, 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 swish.
Drag Queen Story Hour is fantastic because it addresses all of these issues of gender fluidity and self-acceptance.
It was great. So much energy. Did you like it? Yeah.
Can you do that for me? Can you stop trying to put LGBTQ paraphernalia and literature in the faces of 5- and 6-year-old children under the guise of, if you don't allow it, you're burning books.
I was in the library, and this book was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page. My back over my hips as I asked if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing. Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired, or these past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex. We were both fucking terrified, and the whole thing was kind of terrible because we didn't know what we were doing. But it was good too, so good, because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared that any minute.
Y'all hear that shit? This kid is reading out of a book that's in the library. And you Democrat men, y'all get on my nerve, man. Y'all are freaking idiots. And can't think, can't figure out nothing, and just following along with this woke bullshit. And then you got nerve enough to call me out my name? Man, please, dumbass.
No, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
Can you allow the child to say a prayer at school before they eat so they'll get wired up with Christ? No, you won't do that, will you? And that's your problem. That's your problem. So I know what you're going to do. See, I know you. You're going to try to make us think that you're going to leave the children alone, but you're not. And that's why real men can't stand the Democratic Party. That's why they hate them. I mean, how could you not love a party that says that, I'm going to kill your children, right, up to the 9th month?
And we're Hunter familiar with your dumb ass. I saw on your page the other day, he says that children learn at different levels, and some kids can't learn and some kids can, and this, that, and the other, and all this and the third, and we got to have special programs for different kids and all that. Okay, cool. If that's true, which I agree with you on that, but you can't stand Donald Trump. So why do you want to put Donald Trump in the federal government in charge of educating your kids? That doesn't make any sense. The president of the United States, Donald Trump, says, the hell with all that. What we're going to do, we're going to send the money to the state and let you on the local level decide what programs that your children need. And you got a problem with that? You a piece of shit, dumbass.
How can a man not love that party? And if the child is born, we're going to put him in a public educational system that's going to sexually groom them, and at the same time, the government's going to be trying to lock his daddy up and put him in prison. How can you not love that system, man? How can you not love a system that's going to put Joy Reid and Al Sharpton and Roland Martin and Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey and Jim Clyburn and, all of these ignorant Negroes up as paradigms of virtue that you should listen to, when all of them are some of the most
straight jackasses, all of them. Straight jackasses. Appreciate it, Mr. Ellison.
ignorant people ever walk the face of the earth. Oh, they give them money, and yet they give it to them because they don't earn it. If you told themselves to get a job and produce something of value, they will know what to do. But they pay you money to go on TV and look stupid and tell lies. I mean, that's easy. They just have to be very proficient at it. But that's not hard to do. I mean, it's like, asking a woman to just, I'll give you $1 million if you just walk around this room naked and just let me take pictures of you. What's hard about that, right? There's no talent in that. There's no talent in what these people do. To get on TV and sit back and look foolish and lie? Al Sharpton, yeah, boy, read this. Well, I can't read. Can you put something in my ear and tell me what to say, and I'll say it. All right, we'll talk slow because we know that your ignorant behind can't read. I mean, if you want to find adult illiteracy and see it in real time, watch Al Sharpton on MSNBC. Adult illiteracy.
No, probably shock would be the word for many that were at the Howard University party, and then disbelief. I think also what we've got to deal with, you're correct when you say the economy was weighed on a lot of the voters around the country.
Ex-dope dealer, James Brown road manager, rabble-rouser, and proficient liar, Al Sharpton, has a show every day on MSNBC, and Joe Scarborough has him on his show every morning. Don't nobody watch it. But they're still paying him because they need him to be at the ready whenever something break off or whenever they decide to make something break off. And so you look at these folks, you got Ricky Smiley going out there and Joy Reid. You know what they're saying? You know what they say on the black folks? This is what they say. You black people need to be scared. Y'all need to be scared. Y'all need to be scared because Donald Trump is saying that he is just going out there to get illegals. But what he gonna do? He gonna herd up black people and he gonna deport black people and send them out the country too. So y'all better get ready. They coming for you. They coming for you. And you got ignorant, the most ignorant black folk in America said, oh Lord, and what we're gonna do?
Yep, things about to get ugly. Things about to get really ugly. Yep. And I'm scared. Scared.
He said he was scared and he was gravely concerned about the possibility of him being deported. And he encouraged his audience to possibly seek dual citizenship in some other country. He didn't get specific, nor did he say that that was his intention either. He never said that he intended to escape the coming wrath by applying for citizenship somewhere else. He didn't say where he had planned to go. But he did do a lot of fear mongering, and then he encouraged people to listen to Joy Reid as if she is the sage of wisdom on this topic.
I actually believe the United States of America is going to start sending paddy wagon around, picking up black folks and kicking them out the country. I thought y'all liked that. I thought y'all didn't want to be Americans anyway. You come, you're going. You come, you're going. You come, you're going. So Joy Reid telling get black folks afraid, telling them Donald Trump's going to start throwing them out the country. Ricky Smiley saying it. A bunch of other ignorant black folks out there saying it. And then you got a very extreme ignorant class of black folks that believe it. Some folks have actually sent me some stuff asking me, Vince, you supporting Donald Trump? He kicking black folks out the country. I said, he need to kick you out the country. Matter of fact, Donald Trump is nicer than I am because I would put some money aside and say, look here, man, big, beautiful bill, yeah. Y'all give me a few $1 million to put aside so that all of these Negroes that say they want to leave the country, we're going to give them a one-way ticket. Every last one of them. We don't want them. Like George Washington said about the Loyalists at the end of the American Revolution. Take them with you. We don't want them here. I give out a clarion call, man. I said, okay, y'all, we're going to do this one time. All you jokers that don't want to be here in this country, we're going to give you all a one-way ticket to the nation of your choice. We might even give you a little money to settle. Get the hell out of here, and we don't hear any more unpatriotic mess about America again from the one that stayed.
Yeah, yes, indeed. I agree 100%. Get the hell on, man. Get the hell on. Do you know what Donald Trump did the other day? Just this kind of off the subject, but in the big beautiful bill, he has that each American-born child will get $1,000, and I'm pretty sure he'll put that in a mutual fund, which will actually grow. That's over $200,000 in regular interest when that child is 21, 22, 23 years old. And that, he didn't say no black people. He didn't say this is just for white folk. He said every American-born child. President Trump is giving you the blueprint, but you don't listen to him. You too busy listening to CNN and Joy Reid and all this other bullshit. Y'all are past dumb. A bunch of jackasses. That's what the hell y'all, it's just crazy. Just keep doing the same dumb shit over and over and over and over and over again. And these people, all they do is lie. They come one lie, here come another lie. 2 weeks later, here come another lie. 2 weeks later, here come another lie. Here come another lie. Y'all are crazy as hell.
Ricky Smiley, Joy Reid, MSNBC, all these beta males, the hyenas of America, the ones that want your scraps. Y'all have seen those nature films about Africa, right? How hyenas walking around, their head all bent down. You know how they sound, laughing hyenas. And how the lions just hold them in contempt. Every time the lion sees one, they try to kill it. I know how the lion feel now. You know, I know exactly how that lion, he see a hyena and just look at him and say, boy, if I get my hands on you, I'm going to just rip your throat out. And the lion, and hyenas walking behind the lion all the time taking the scraps. Find a carcass and eat. Well, they won't hunt unless they find like a little weak child in the herd that they can take advantage of, or somebody that's wounded. They're the cowards of the savannah. And that's how most Democrats are, especially black Democrats, especially black men. We won't walk around here strutting.
Yeah.
Talking about how hard they are.
Yeah. Straight ass cowards, man. Y'all don't scare nobody. Piece of shit.
Be the first one in the snap line. First one want to talk about what they can't do. Man, the white man got me held down. Can't nobody hold me down, man. No white man, no black man, Asian man, no Jewish man. I'm oppressed. Yes, you are oppressed because you're stupid.
Yep.
You admitted your stupidity when you say you're oppressed, you dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm a victim, man. I'm a victim. I am not a victim because my father sits on the throne, so how can I be one? And these men in the Democratic Party parrot this continuously. They never stop. All the time, every day, saying it over and over and over and over again. Telling you what you can't do. Telling you about your weaknesses, about your flaws. Whispering in your ear as Satan does all the time, telling you what you can't do. I remember the day about a year ago that I was getting ready to go and do a speech at World Overcomers Church in Memphis, Tennessee. So one of the largest black congregations in the world, and of course it's in Memphis in the South, so you know it's in the inner city too. So you know that most of the people in the congregation are Democrats. And Alton Williams, great man of God, invited me to come down and do this speech. He asked me would I do it. I said, it would be an honor, sir. So I told Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity about my opportunity. I told them I was going to speak in front of about 10,000 black Democrats in Memphis, Tennessee, about 5 miles where Martin Luther King Jr. got shot. And he and Sean started taking bets on how long I'd be alive up there on that stage. And I told them, don't worry about me, I'm going to be fine. I know my people. And so Tucker let me know, he told me, he said, Vince, don't you know this is the largest black congregation, almost entirely black congregation, that a conservative has ever spoken to. It hadn't dawned on me. He said 10,000 black people in one place that are all Democrats. This is not a black Republican convention, Vince. This is a Democrat black crowd. If you pull this off, it's going to be historic. Might change a lot of minds, might change everything. And I said, yeah, Tucker, I know. He said, good luck. That morning, I stayed with my sister Sylvia that night before I went. And my whole family came down to watch this speech. Even my father came down. Daddy is older now, and he was in a wheelchair. And Daddy came all the way from Brownsville to watch me do this speech at 10 o'clock in the morning. And my brother and sisters and sisters-in-law all came up to watch this speech in front of World Overcomers, knowing that it was going to be historical. And I had gone through a real rough patch in my life during that time. It was just coming out of it, and it was rough. And I knew that I was going to, if I failed at what I was doing, that was going to set me back and probably destroy me. But if I did well, that my future was going to be extraordinarily brighter. That morning that I got up to deliver that speech, and I went into the bathroom to prepare myself. The devil got into my head, and everything that I had failed at in my life came into my brain. And he was telling me that because you have failed at these things before, that you were going to also fail at this. Yeah, that's what he does to you, doesn't he? He gets into your head. And once
Yeah, speaking of which, this weekend, I didn't want to make any more videos. I was sick of it. I was just sick of it. Trying to help people, because I did the channel to try to help people that I thought didn't have the information. And there's a lot of them. I'm talking about my people from Leesville, people Graham fam, people I went to school with, the band, the people I drove, the football team, all the people, right? The Democrats. I was like, man, what in the hell? They can't have the information because I know these people. I went to school with these people and grew up with them. They not that dumb. What in the hell is the problem? So I started the channel to get out information. And I've been called everything but a child of God. And today, now they calling me a pedophile. I mean, what in the hell? So I understand, Brother Ellison. I understand exactly what you're talking about. And I get sick of all this old negative energy. I don't want to talk shit to people all day. I'm an upbeat guy. I like to laugh and party, have a good time. I'm Big Al, the chocolate chip. I don't want to be cussing people out and calling them donkeys and jackasses and all that kind of crazy stuff. That's not me. But you're not going to run over me, and you ain't going to talk shit to me. I'm the one with the mic, dumbass. But I understand exactly where you're coming from, Brother Ellison. These people are crazy. And you know what? I had one white lady talk crazy, and she was a straight-up liberal. And she talked crazy. Other than that, the white people, because they don't think like that. White people will figure stuff out for themselves, and they'll get the information. They look at both sides of the story. And I'm not saying they all listen to all that, but I'm just saying there is a difference. And so I know me and Brother Ellison and a couple more people, and a lot of other people, we just trying to help you with the information so you can get off the plantation and stop being so damn miserable, right? There has never been a greater time than right now. President Trump has laid it out and got it done. And for you pastors and preachers and bishops and apostles and all you self-made pulpit pimps and all this stuff, all you doing is exposing yourself. When you sit up here and run your mouth and saying Donald Trump ain't this and that and all that, all you doing is showing that you would not call. Because if you were called and the Holy Spirit lives in you, you would know exactly who the hell Donald Trump is. Boy, boy, boy. Some of y'all are pitiful, man.
he gets there, everything else is gone. He destroys you, and doubt sets in. Panic sets in. You make a fool of yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. You're going to get booed. People are going to run you out of the church, going to run you out of Memphis. You're going to be a laughing stock. It's going to be on television. Father, your sisters, your brothers, everybody's going to see you ridiculed. You're walking to a lion's den, boy, and they're going to rip your black ass apart. And nobody's going to be there to save you. But I said, yeah, but God's going to be there. And I said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Walk into that dark room, believing there's going to be light on the other side. And I went there that day, I gave my speech. You can see it on my YouTube page. And the people gave me a great reception. I got about 4 or 5 standing ovations throughout the whole speech. My people! My people! Everything went better than it could be expected. At the end, Alton Williams, such a gentleman, he wrote a check to me and my family, told us to go have dinner on him. And we went and we all celebrated. And after that, my life and my career and everything became exponentially better. And to this day, God has opened every door and I walk through every one. My people, America is an amazing place. It is a land of opportunities, a land of dreams. But every blessing God bestows on you, you must receive. If someone walks up to you and tells you tells you that you have $10 million in the bank. And you say, yeah, man. And you walk around. And you walk around for the next 20 years with holes in your shoes because you never believed it was there. And when you die, somebody said, man, Daddy got $10 million in the bank. You never believed it was there. It's the devil putting down in your brain. God has equipped you with everything that you need to be successful in this country. You have to receive it and believe it. Once you receive it and once you believe it, you will be unstoppable. How do I know? Miracles happen in my life every day. My brothers and sisters and my children are living the lives that we dreamed of. These weak-kneed, lying, no good, perverted, Marxist, anti-Christian, bigoted, ICE Democrats. They are the greatest enemy of America. They are the enemy of mankind, and they are the enemy of God. If you want to see evil in true and in living color, turn on MSNBC, turn on CNN, go watch whatever streaming service or homepage the Congressional Black Caucus has. Watch the LGBTQ pride movement. Watch the climate change people. Watch the abortion people in Planned Parenthood. Watch the illegal immigration people. They all rest their heads under one banner. And that is the DNC, the evilest institution in the history of the world.
They're all evil. They are straight evil. They are evil people.
Cabal of murderers. It's a slaughterhouse. It's a destroyer of mankind. If you're with them, turn away from them. If you're not with them, not only keep away from them, but help me destroy them and defeat them.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I hear you, Brother Ellison. I got you. You can count me in.
And I'm going to keep beating this home and beating this home because I'm here to wake you up.
Thank you.
And I hope I did you some good today. So come join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's up. This is one of my favorite channels. Brother Ellison is a man, is a man's man. And I check him out every single day. And our job, I appreciate the encouragement because this weekend I was very discouraged. I'm so sick of people cursing me out and calling me names and all that crap. But I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Because when I get to heaven, I ain't finna tell the Lord I quit. That ain't going to happen. I got to tell him I kept going. And so I believe, Brother Ellison, I believe with everything that's in me, that the same thing is going to happen to me because the Lord is no respecter person. And I believe if I keep going and keep fighting for Christ, that the Lord is going to bless me and my family beyond measure. And I believe that. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Brother Ellison. Thank you, Brother Trump. And thank you, Jesus. I'm your host, Big Al, UncleCoon. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and by all means, share the video and leave us a comment. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Can't touch this.
Real deal. That gal on the mic, UncleCoon in the house, dropping knowledge, speak truth, no room for doubt. From the beats to celebs, we cover it all. Tune in, hit subscribe, you don't want to miss the call. Real deal. Al UncleCoon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride. Politics, pop culture, and everything between. Big Al's got the scoop, you know what I mean? From Harris to Trump, we break it down. Common sense talk, the best show around. Real. Al UncleCoon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride. Cash App, show some love, support the grind. Big Al's on the rise, one of a kind. UncleCoon podcast, the place to be for real talk, real folks, and real TV. Real Al, UncleCoon, bringing the heat. Every episode's fire, can't be beat. Hit that like, share the vibe. Join the fam, come along for the ride.